my name is Simon.
Candace. Joyce.
Jason.
Kirby.
Gary.
Ben.
Kevin.
Perry.
Dwayne.
Robbie.
As long as I can remember, I've wanted to do mission work. I remember as a young girl hearing about that at my church, hearing about it at Bible camp, summer Bible camp, and thinking, man, I want to do that.
I felt it was a calling from years gone by.
In the very beginning, I really didn't want to go. I really didn't have any intention of it.
Well, I've done carpentry work for most of my life, worked with my father building houses and different things. So when the first mission trip came up, it was to put a roof on a church. So I said, well, I always wanted to go on another one. And I said, well, that's something I can do.
I really wanted to go in and help. We have a good group too within our church, and I looked at the group that was going. Most of them are going back again. We had a pretty good camaraderie last year, and it was enjoyable.
And my wife and I talked it over a lot before deciding to go. But there was something within us in our conversation that we felt very blessed in life. We've been given a lot of things, and we wanted to give back.
But I did eventually end up deciding that yes, okay, I will go. I still wasn't 100% sure that I should be going and that I was wanting to go, but I did end up going, and in the end it was for the best.
Probably some stories I've heard from people from past teams going down. Some of the stories that come back.
Well, I went last year and I saw the need that the people had there, and I just loved it last year, and I just thought it was something I'd like to do again.
I mean, God spoke to me. You know, I feel strongly about that. Having been there last year, I saw a lot of things, and I realized that God's placed talents in all of us, and perhaps He was calling me to help that way.
Kind of understood and was aware of some of the needs that were there, and just there's a tremendous amount of work to be done there, so I just wanted to contribute a little bit to it.
From that time on, I thought there must be something I can do to help, and it just seemed to pull at my heart, and I wanted to get out and show God's love.
You know, we live a very blessed life here. I like to go and try to spread the good news a little bit and show that we other people that we care here, and that even though we're blessed, we're prepared to share our time and our love with other people.
Well, one of the biggest events that changed me is I think the Friday morning after working really hard, and I mean working hard, we worked phenomenally, which I'm not used to doing these days, but we worked very hard. And that morning, Friday morning, when we turned the house over to the lady that would be living in the house, and to see maybe tears in her eyes and her family standing there with her, and there was tears in our eyes as well, and I was very moved at what we had done, and I felt that was the reason that I went, is to do something for somebody else.
Seeing God answer somebody's prayers. Like Louisa, she had no way of getting her house on her own, and her son had no way of helping her. And for us to go down there and give her a house, it was like everything to her. And it was years, and she thanked God first, and then she thanked us. And it was only Him that did it, that made it possible, so put everything in place.
You could just feel the people around you, how that they really appreciated what we did for them. You could feel the presence of God, and it was just a powerful moment.
It was moving. It takes a lot to move me. It did move me.
Being able to form these real relationships, and that was something that surprised me while I was there. I went there to do work. I went there to teach them about how we could make their life better and things easier for them. and it got turned on me, and I'm really grateful for that. But that was, they taught me about what it is to be grateful for everything that you have, and to give thanks to God for everything, right down to the teaspoon of sugar.
This being my third trip, I see it more and more each time. The things that we can do that we haven't necessarily done yet, and the fact that there is more to do.
Because we saw some people that lived in really dire straits, and these people just had a completely different view of life once they had the opportunity to get to know God and to be involved with the Servant's Heart ministry. Like I just found these people were doing a phenomenal job on the ground there, being able to provide these people with the opportunity to look towards a really bright, positive future that really didn't exist for a lot of them, I don't feel, prior to their involvement with the ministry.
As much as we went there to help the people of the Dominican Republic, I find that the bond and relationship amongst the team, it got strengthened. And because we're seeing each other in different environments and different situations.
You see things come out in people that you kind of go, wow, I didn't see that coming.
So I took some baseball gear down to give to the kids there in the community, and when I gave it to them, there was a boy about 15 or 16 years old that stood up, and he thanked me and he told me how much this meant to the community, and that really hit me close to the heart.
And that really touched me to see God working through my son, through something he's passionate about, and being able to speak to probably 12 or 14 kids that were present there.
I don't think anything else means anything in life if you're not doing something for someone else.
I think that my perspective has definitely changed. It's the way I look at what I have, the way that I look at what others have. And I feel that I see the needs of people a little easier now. I didn't really look for that as much before, but I feel that I can kind of see where the needs are in our community a little more.
Well, I think the change started this time before this is the fourth one, and I think I finally listened to what God was telling me. Like, it's great to go down there and work like a dog for a week and do everything, but I think there's a lot we can do at home, and it doesn't have to stop after a week. I think part of this mission is teaching us when we come home to go out in our own communities and help people, and help kids or families or whatever has to be done. If somebody's looking for help, don't shy away. Take the time and do it here too.
Especially this second trip, I've understood the importance of serving Christ by serving others, and that's exactly what we did for that week. We served others just as God directed us to.
But to show them the love of God and what we're here to help, what we're here to do, it's extremely rewarding. So.
To see them kind of evolve through the week and become more and more, and then a little closer, and then the next thing you know, they got their arm around you, laughing and talking. And,
everything about the trip was an impact on my life. Everything from not being afraid of the water anymore to being able to see what really does happen when God works in people's lives.
God showed me through that my way is not always the right way. I think we're all maybe a little guilty of that from time to time. But yeah, it's just reminding me that God's still working on me.
If you want to really understand what God wants us to do in this life, is to begin doing something for someone else. And then it all comes together on what you're supposed to be doing on this earth. And when you're doing that for someone else, so when you're in that place, that will change you. And that's one of the reasons, I guess that's one of the things I would tell people. If you want to experience what you're really supposed to be doing in this world, go do something for someone else.